Okay, so this is where we're going to set it up at. This is a, hopefully, 12 by 9 spot. I will say one thing that a lot of people miss are getting these little sticks up out of here. You want to try to set it up somewhere where there's not a lot of these. I had cleared out this whole entire spot with shrubbery and stuff, so I'm going to go through and just trim this down to where there's not these things sticking up, and then spread out the whole thing right here. So step one is clear out your spot. Okay, so we're going to unbox it totally upside down, but this is the 12 by 9 canvas cabin camping tent. Worth the wait, worth the hype. Okay, so when you open it up, this is what it looks like. You got your tent back, which is great. Got a zipper on there. Oh, I love the orange. That's great. So you got some really good heavy duty zippers and pull ties here. So essentially the tent body and all the poles and stuff will go up in here nicely. I set that in my wheelbarrow so it doesn't get dirty. Love the branding. That's super cool. And so then this is the Mac Daddy roll. And this thing is heavy. I want to say it's 88 pounds. And this is the tent body. And then that is the metal clinking around. These are going to be the tent poles. So you have this, oh, that's such nice material. So that's like your duck canvas. That's really great. I mean, it would have to be because these poles are super heavy duty. So this is going to be your tent pole back. Beautiful stitching. Oh, love it. Nice little tie-in right there. So that's all that's in the box. You got your manual down there. It's important. Your canvas bag full of your tent stakes, and this is the tent body down here. Let's take this one on. Okay, so this is the tent. This is basically going to be the footprint, just unrolling the tent. It'll never look this clean again. Let's just pull that apart. Okay, so when you have it opened up, basically unrolled, this is what you're working with. So it can go, obviously, like I have it going the rectangular. Okay, so this is what it looks like. I have the 12-foot edge running along this way here, and this is going to be the 9-foot. So it's obviously like shorter this way. This is lengthwise. Hope that makes sense. This is what, this part goes on the bottom for like absolute beginners. This is the rubbery part, so that's going to go on the ground, keeps it dry. Fabric end goes up, and then along the edges you want to look for these little tabs. These go all the way around it. This is where your stakes are going to go. They're going to get hammered in there and then go all the way around. And then this is just so you can kind of see where it's going. This is the center part, so if you pull this out, this is the very top. This is the roof of the tent. So the poles that we have in that bag basically pass through these little sleeves. Like, this stitch work is just absolutely stunning. There's like a little tiny snag thread right there, but that's just like where they back stitched it. But like, this is so nice. It feels like heavy denim. For anyone that doesn't know what like canvas is, it feels like jeans. It's amazing. So yeah, this is where the tent loops are gonna get fed through here. So this is for the pole. And then, so yeah, we'll get there, but yeah, this part right here, if you have this part facing up, it makes it a little bit easier for the pole install later. So it should look almost like a white bed sheet. So you have the canvas layer is under here, and then like the white part should be mostly exposed. It'll just make it a little bit easier when it's time to install it. So see how I'm kind of just pulling it that way. Trying not to step on the new beautiful clean fabric. Okay, so then you open it up. So yeah, this will be the seam where the poles go. And then these tabs on the end right here. So the mid pole is the completely covered sleeve, and then the side pole are these shorter ones, but the poles go all the way through there. But the next step is to hammer these down with the pegs. So that's next. So beautiful. Okay, so in here, I think that's where the pegs are. I'm gonna have to pull all this out. Okay, so I basically just took everything that was in this bag into the box. So everything that's in that really nice heavy duty green canvas bag is now in the box. So these are all the tent poles, and it looks like a lot, but don't freak out. This is also in there, so this is your next step. So these are the tent stakes. And again, it's like the best quality of the bag. Dang, these are heavy duty. Oh my gosh. No way. For a second, I thought I didn't come with them, but here they are. Let's see. Maybe I should just dump these out too. Yeah, let's just dump them. So that's your tent stakes. These are massive. I mean, this is like the size of my arm. These have to be like 1.5 feet long. But the tent is so heavy duty, that makes sense. Okay, so you're gonna take your tent stakes, the littlest guys from the little tiny green bag, and they're gonna go in here. And you wanna kinda angle it like this. A lot of people make the mistake of pushing it straight down, but this will keep it tighter if you go in at like a 45-degree angle. And then I'm gonna take the back end of my hatchet. I'm just gonna sink that. This is gonna be difficult to video and do, but that's super hard to do left-handed. Okay, you get the idea. So those go all the way down. Okay, so you want to smack it till it's flat in the ground like that. So that's buried in there. Make sure it catches your hook. So see, it goes inside that part right there. So that's tight. And you're going to do that for every single one all the way around. So a quick note on staking them down. You do kind of want to pull it tight as you go. So kind of pull it, like hold with this hand, pull it back, just so there's not like any bubbling up or gapping. And that'll keep it perfect when you set it up. Okay, so I got the first line for the entrance done. And then another thing I like to do is see how it's just kind of a mess over here. I like to stake down the corners first, which is that corner, those two are done. But I like to do this one and then that one, because you can get it pulled really tight. And then see how that's just gonna kind of line up a little bit better. I think for me it helps. Oops, there's another pokey to remove. You jerk. Definitely clear your land first, that's step one. But pulling it tighter and just doing the corners just makes it tighter and it makes it go a little faster. And then you can also make sure that your footprint is good. Double check for sticks in the way. So yeah, so I like to stake down the corners first. Like you can start with one side and then pull your corners tight That way it's not droopy and the structure's good. Okay, so the final pointer with the pegging down. So if you look right here, these are the key locks. I don't know if that's the actual term, that's what I call them, but this is gonna go inside the tent frame poles. So when you are staking these down in here, you wanna make sure that these are up and out. So this is gonna go in just like any other one. You know, at its 45-degree angle, but make sure that these little guys stay out. So it's gonna go in just like that, but obviously, you know, at your angle. And then this will be exposed. So see, I already messed it up. So you don't want it to be underneath. You want to flip it up and out. I'm actually glad I messed it up because I can show you how easy it is to mess it up. So out like that. And then your tent goes in, and then you're all set. Okay, so everything is officially staked down. I'll just do a quick little walk around. So I want to show too that these key lock ones that I had shown, so you only have, oh, my camera's super blurry. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. Silly iPhone. But so they have these ones, so you have 1 here, 2 here, and then 3 here. And so that's all there is. And this is like right by where their logo is. And then that is mirrored over there, and over there. So you have a total of 6 over there. And so the poles, this is a good view. You can see this little pocket here, 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 and here. So the tent poles is next. They're gonna go here. They're gonna go here. So it's gonna lock into this key and get fed through that. And then over on this side, this is the sleeve. So your 3 main poles. It's crazy to think like that's all that's holding this thing up, but it's super secure. So you have this envelope, the center envelope, and then the right side. And that's put together with the poles over here. So I'll show you that. Okay, so again, this is for absolute beginners. So this is the tent stake. I'm sorry, oh my gosh, the tent pole. And so it's got this cordage in here. So what you do is you just go here, slip it over there, and it catches like that. So down here, see that joint? It pretty much just does it by itself. Slides right in, okay? And so then lift this one up. So if you look too, these have numbers on them. And this is gonna, I like to lay it out in piles. So like this is the 3. Where'd that guy go? There it is. So we have 3, 3. And then over here we have 3 as well. So your 3s, if I'm not mistaken, are the center. So these 3s are the ones that are gonna go in those pockets. And then these angle ones connect the same. So these are gonna be the side frames that hold it up. So they kind of look like a number 7. Same thing. Slide it in like that. And then it holds itself pretty much in there with that cord. I don't know, let's see. I don't know if these have numbers on them. Okay, so I figured it out. These ones, these are right down here, you got the number 1. So these shorter pieces are going to be the number 1s, and they don't have any center joints. So these ones were collapsed in half. So those are your number 2s. And again, it's labeled. See, there's no way you can mess it up. Okay. Oops, that was pokey. So these 2 are number 1s. Number 1s, the ones with the joint in the middle, are number 2s with that same number 7 angle. And then the 3s are the pieces that have the 2 seams, right? So we have 1 here, and we have 1 here, and there's no angle on the number 3s. They're just your straightaways. Okay. So short ones, 2s are the medium, 3s are the longest. So when you go through your bag, you'll find 2 of these. The ones that look like this are not for the frame structure, it's to prop up your little awning. Okay, so those 2 go to these 2. And we're doing the frame of the big one first. So after everything is out of the box, your little proper upper ones are over there. You've got your ones, got your twos, and you've got your threes. And the ones have this really cool system to where you have this little key lock, and it turns like a car key, makes it longer to extend it. Okay, and then for storage, you like to put it in there, but you basically extend it to the height of the tent and then lock it in at that height. And that's part of setting it up once we basically erect the entire tent. So the first step I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my number threes and I'm gonna feed them through these pockets. 1, 2, 3. Threes go in the threes. Okay, so those number threes got put. We have one here through the pocket. Again, you literally just slide it in through there. See how it moves? So that one's done. This one's done. Just head all the way through that enclosed one. Same on this side. All the way up. And so now we're going to attach those number 7 pieces here, and I'll show you how you put them down in the key locks right here. So next is going to be the number 2s and number 1s. Okay, so this is a hack that I had messed up a lot when I had set this up in the past. So you have your 2 number 2s, and again, they're just right there. So with your number 2s, these ones go in the middle, and it makes sense because you're gonna have one, it's the tallest pole. So one number 2 goes in the middle here and over here. So your 2s are in the middle. And it makes sense because you only have one set of them for the center, the tallest part, but then you have these 2 shorter sets for the shorter ends. So this is basically like the tallest part, number 2. 2 for tall, number 2, easy to remember. Okay, so number 2 goes in right here. Slide it in like that. Okay, and you want to kind of twist it into where it's snug like that. And then this black loop is going to catch over on this. I could get it. So hard one-handed. So it's going to catch right there. And this is just going to keep your poles in place while you set everything up. Then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Okay, so this part might be difficult to show with one hand, but we're going to take this key lock part and we're going to insert this pointy part into the bottom of the phone. Oh my goodness, it already has dirt in it. Look at me. That's okay. Well, it'll come out. So we're going to basically walk it. Just going to pull up on it. To where it's like this. And this is why that hook is still important, because it's going to keep it right there. And so follow this line all the way down to right here. Your number 2. Number 2. This opening part. You're gonna lock it and pull it and put it in there. Okay, so this is how it looks. So I haven't done the corner ones yet. And if there's an easier way that anyone else knows to set this up, let me know, but to me this is the easiest. So this one's key locked right there. So we're gonna come around this side, do the same. This little spider's already making its way. Get out of here. Okay. So coming down here, this is your number 2. It's gonna go in here. So we take this pole and put it down right there. So this is what it looks like with those 2 center pulls in. You've got this one hanging out right here. So these are the ends. We have that one. This one is up. That's what it looks like. It's just massive. I forget how tall it is. It's great. So now we're gonna go put the corner ones over here. And then these ones are gonna get key locked into it right here. Okay, so we come over here. So these are the 1 piles. So the number 1s are gonna go here and here. And when you put them on, same thing. I like to put these in here first. Slip that over through the pole. Connect it. Okay, so super hard to do one-handed, but I got this pole put through. So you want to hook it. Make sure this loop hooks through these two. It's not creasing or bunching. Nice clean seam joined up right there. And so again, these are the number ones. You're going to drop it right here. Little key lock guy is pushing upward. This guy goes in here. Like that. And then it slides down. See that? And that's number one. Okay, so those ones are on. So we have my number one pull in. Number two is still holding up strong in the center. And it's just kind of leaning up against there. Put its key locked in here at the bottom. The loop is tied right there. Or secured, I should say, not tied. And then over on this side, I got a secured loop right here. Followed all the way down here. It's locked in there, we're still good. So the same thing that we did here, we're gonna get over here, and then that's literally it. So our last one. Okay, so now everything is set up. I have just the awning poles left. I didn't even open the directions because I've done it before, but definitely keep those if you're new. Follow your numbers. Everything has been staked down. These are all hooked up. So this is the part where it gets a little bit iffy. And if you have two people, great. I can do it. It's easier with two people if you have them to kind of help balance it. By some miracle, this center beam usually stands upright for me. And I think it's just the tension that's created with that top beam. It's usually fine. So, but if it keeps collapsing on you, have someone help you. You can also prop it up with stuff. But yeah, so this is what it looks like. So now we're gonna go into extending these. So these are the extenders. And you basically just wanna try to, you untwist this. It's gonna make it go down. But what we wanna do is we wanna pull it up to expand it up with our, and I'll show that. Okay, so this is where the magic comes in. Just kidding, it's simple. So this is the key lock. If you turn it to the right, it will raise the tent. If you turn it to the left, it's gonna drop it. See how it's starting to slide down? So you wanna raise it up. So you basically put one hand here, and extend it until this is going all the way up as tall as it can get, okay? So what that looks like is now you have your number one, you have your key lock, but see now you have about 2.5 feet and it's still key locked in there. So this pole, inside this pole slides in and out and it expands to make it this full height. So now if you take a step back at it, it's basically fully, see how the fabric is tight right there? So this part is fully extended, and I'm gonna go extend the other side now. I think I can video this. This is gonna be shaky. So this key lock is opened up, and then put one hand here, and then pull it up like that with your other hand, okay? So pull it up as high as it can go without popping it out like I just did. Okay, so when both of those number one pieces are locked in place, locked in at the bottom, and extended, again, these are the corner pieces. So when they're fully up, it should look like this, right? So this side is up. This side is no longer droopy, it's pulled tight. Oh my goodness, I missed a spot. Don't be me, double check your threading. What to fix that. Okay, so that's fixed. Just had to unhook that, rethread it. So yeah, just make sure that all of your little flappies are connected. Your rings are up over there. So how we use the key lock to extend this up, we're gonna do the same thing over here to the center pole. So see how it's short and stubby? We're gonna extend that up. Okay, so now number 2 has been extended and the tent is starting to take form now and it looks amazing. So we have half of it up. This side is done. This side is done. So now we're gonna just extend these 2 up. So you're gonna come to your number 1s. Open up your key lock, make sure that's open, and then extend it up. Okay, so we got that number 1 is done, and now this whole side of the tent is up. Then we're gonna go do the other side. Okay, so we got the other side locked up. This is kind of hard to see in the scoop back. So excited. So this is what it looks like all set up. This is your number 1s right here. Your number 2s are in the middle. Your other number 1 is over there. Everything is looped. There are no missing tabbies that got missed. Everything is awesome. I think I chose the side door for entry over here. So this part here zips out. I'm gonna roll that back. And then that's the entrance right there. Okay, so you got your zippers up and your other zipper up. So the whole thing is unzipped and open. And now you're just gonna gather this at the bottom and you're just gonna roll it. Just roll it and then stick it up through here. Okay, so this is a great thing that they have too, is these little tabs. So you roll up the entrance tarp and then you use these little sliding, it's like a loop up here, comes down here, and it secures that. So this is built in on their top seam and on their bottom seam. So you just roll that up like a burrito and then secure it here, here, and here. And then it gives you easy access to get inside. So this zipper is super great. It comes opened up, so this is like the entrance. If it takes you a minute to build it, I would zip it shut to keep the bugs out. But this is the finished product. So this is the door we just came in, and I'm already tracking dirt through it. That sounds like me. So that's the mesh that we just rolled up. That's the entrance. 7.5 foot ceilings. I can't even, I'm 5'2", can't even reach that. And then I'll make some better videos of the inside.